6:32 a.m. The sun is just bleeding over the horizon of the Black Sea. To the naked eye, the sky is empty. But moving invisibly through the dawn are 12 Ukrainian UJ-26 Beaver drones. Their target, the Russian helicopter fleet at Jankoy Air Base in occupied Crimea. For 47 minutes, the flight has been a silent cruise, but peace is about to end. On Russian radar screens, the formation suddenly blooms, a cluster of ghosts appearing from nowhere. They move too uniformly to be birds, too slowly to be jets. The radar operator freezes. He knows exactly what is coming. Chaos erupts instantly. The formation shatters like glass. On the Ukrainian monitors, red warnings scream for attention. Navigation lost. Position unknown. The Russians haven't fired a shot. Instead, they've swung a digital sledgehammer called Pole 21. This isn't about blowing the drones up, it's about driving them insane. The system is blasting the airspace with fake GPS signals, screaming lies 20 billion times louder than the satellites in space. One second, the drones think they're in the sky. The next, the computers are told they are 500 feet underground or flying backward. Blind reckoning. The Ukrainian operators have seconds before the swarm crashes into the sea. They flip the switch to INS, inertial navigation. Imagine trying to walk through a cluttered room in pitch darkness, counting your steps to know where you are. That is INS. It relies on internal gyroscopes to feel movement. It's clever, but it's flawed. These cheap sensors drift about 50 meters off course for every minute of flight. It's a desperate gamble, but it works. The tumbling stops. The swarm reforms. -2 drones lost to collisions in the blindness. 10 survivors press on, but the Russians are just playing with their food. The operator of a Krasuka 4 EW system watches the drones regroup and smiles. They took the bait. He signals the next phase. While Pole 21 attacked the map, Krasuka attacks the mind. It floods the control frequencies, the invisible Wi-Fi tether connecting the drone to the pilot, with digital garbage. On the Ukrainian side, screens go black, telemetry freezes, joysticks go dead. The drones are now deaf, dumb, and blind, flying straight into enemy territory. The clock is ticking. Western tech has a fail-safe. If connection is lost for 30 seconds, the drone turns around and flies home. The Russians are counting on this. They're waiting for the retreat. The Ukrainian mission commander faces a brutal choice: save the drones or burn the mission. With 10 seconds left on the failsafe timer, he chooses violence. He flips the emergency protocol switch. This command tells the drones, "Forget us. You are on your own." The machines switch from remote-controlled aircraft to autonomous cruise missiles. They lock under pre-uploaded coordinates and ignore the outside world. They are now immune to jamming, but they are also uncontrollable. 10 flying robots, 41 minutes of fuel, and no way to turn back. For 12 minutes, they drift through the electronic fog. Then, at 6:51, they cross the lethal 40-kilometer line. A Pantsir SOS-1 missile battery near Yevpatoria wakes up. Its phased array radar, a flat panel with 7,000 tiny antennas, sweeps the sky like an electromagnetic searchlight. It spots the intruders immediately, moving at 180 kilometers per hour, steady, organized. The computer does the math in milliseconds. Target acquired. The Pantsir operator watches the countdown. He thinks these are dumb machines. He is wrong. At 32 kilometers out, the drones execute a programmed maneuver that defies logic. They dive. Not a gentle descent, but a suicidal plunge toward the ocean. They level out at just 5 meters above the whitecaps. On the Russian radar, the clear targets dissolve into a mess of static. The radar waves bounce off the water, creating ghost reflections. The Pantsir's computer panics, unable to tell the drone from its reflection. It's a digital hall of mirrors. The lock is broken. But the drones can't skim the waves forever. The Crimean cliffs are approaching. To clear them, they must climb. And the moment they pop up, the Pantsir screams, "Fire!" 6 57E6 missiles roar off the rails, accelerating to Mach 3 in 2 heartbeats. These aren't just rockets. They are shotgun shells the size of telephone poles packed with tungsten cubes. At 2 kilometers, the missiles' own radar eyes open. They are hunting. The drones respond with pure physics-defying chaos. They pull vertical, rocketing straight up. The missiles, traveling at hypersonic speeds, can't turn tight enough. They overshoot. The drones dive again. The missiles, programmed to avoid hitting the ground, splash harmlessly into the Black Sea. $6 million of Russian hardware wasted on cheap fiberglass. 9 drones survive the gauntlet. They cross the coast, racing at treetop level. But the final boss is waiting. Rising from behind a ridge is an Mi-28N Havoc attack helicopter. This beast owns the night. Its thermal
camera spots the hot engines of the drones from miles away, 9 bright stars against the cold ground. The helicopter pilot moves to intercept, positioning himself to block their path to the airbase. He expects them to scatter. Instead, 3 drones break formation and fly straight at him. The pilot triggers his rocket pods. S-8 rockets streak out, but the drones don't flinch. They fly right through the smoke. The pilot freezes. The rockets didn't arm. The drones were too close. Inside the safety bubble, it was a trap. While the helicopter tangled with the 3 suicide decoys, the other 6 slipped past, heading for the jackpot. Realizing he's been played, the pilot ignores the decoys and pushes his engines to the red line. He dives on the main group, switching to his 30mm autocannon with proximity rounds. He sprays the sky. Explosions blossom around the lead drone, shrapnel tearing a hole in its wing. It wobbles but refuses to die. Then the drones do the unthinkable. They brake and let the helicopter overshoot. They slip underneath it, flying directly into the hurricane-force rotor wash. The turbulence tosses them like toys, but it also makes them impossible to target. The gunner can't depress his turret low enough. By the time the helicopter pulls up and reacquires them, 7 drones are crossing the perimeter fence of Jankoy Air Base, 07:01 a.m. The base alarm screams. Every light snaps on. It is absolute bedlam. Searchlights sweep the runway. Soldiers on rooftops open fire with assault rifles. 2 MANPAD teams shoulder their launchers, looking for heat tones. A UJ-26 anti-aircraft gun spins up, spitting 23mm high explosive shells at 400 rounds per minute. It's a wall of lead and fire, but hitting a coffee table-sized object moving at 200 km per hour is a nightmare. The IGLA missiles won't fire. The safety inhibits them because the drones are too close. The cannon shells tear up the air but find nothing but sky. The drones are now 100 meters out. Their simple logic boards make the final calculations. No hesitation, no fear. Slams into an Mi-28 transport helicopter. It hits the fuel tank. 1,400 liters of aviation kerosene instantly atomize and ignite. A fireball rolls across the tarmac, finds a fully loaded attack helicopter. It hits the rocket pots. One detonates 80 more. The helicopter vanishes in a frenzy of cooking off munitions, ignores the aircraft, and goes for the eyes. It strikes the hydraulic base of the massive Nebo-U radar. The fluid ignites, and the 12-meter tower collapses, crushing its own command center. The explosions feed off each other. An ammo truck parked too close to the flight line catches a spark. It erupts, sending mortar shells and grenades raining down on the defenders. The inferno grows, consuming everything in its path. For the remaining drones, there are no targets left, only fire. They dive into the flames, adding their own warheads to the catastrophe. In less than an hour, a swarm of cheap, disposable machines has dismantled a strategic airbase, humiliated a layered defense network, and proven a terrifying new rule of war. It doesn't matter how advanced your defenses are if you can't hit a ghost. If you like deep dive in military, please don't forget like, comment, share, and subscribe for more informative videos. Thanks for watching.